Hey, what's up, everyone? This is me, Dre. I just had some heartbreaking news. It's something I saw on my Google Plus feed when I was getting off work earlier tonight. This is about Adrian Peterson, star running back for the Minnesota Vikings. He's got a 2-year-old child with a woman, not his wife. He's got a wife and a child already. But he had a child with another woman, 2 years old. We just call him Adrian Jr. That's what at least they said in the news report. But the young man who's living with his mother in South Dakota was in a relationship with a gentleman. By the way, the mother's name is Ashley Duhan, excuse me. And the boyfriend's name was Joseph Robert Patterson. And apparently Patterson had a history of violence and domestic abuse. So something happened where the child was injured, and it was said that Patterson had called paramedics, or called 911 to be exact, to indicate that the child was choking. Paramedics rushed the child to the hospital where the child later died. Now, the investigation, because of his violent past, he has been charged with assault of the child. They found physical damage to the child, head damage, I believe, and that's the cause of the child dying. It's very sad. Me, as a Washington Redskins fan, but moreover, a fan of football, I would like to express my condolences to Adrian Peterson. I'm not sure of his direct relation in terms of his connection with his child, because he's already got a child of his own with his wife. But to father a child, there may have been some connection. He is, or it has been reported that he is taking care of the child financially. And when I went to CNN.com to read some of the information, and one of the reasons why I'm making this video, not only to express my condolences, but just to talk about some of the fucked up comments that I see. And this is just on CNN.com. This is the internet, so people are going to act like assholes and make the most ridiculous comments. But I'm just going to read a couple of these. Now, there are some that are outraged about the mother because she already knew that her boyfriend had an abusive and violent past. But to leave him with the child, there's some negligence there. That's clear cut. But we don't know all the circumstances. I know if it were me, I'm more inclined to think that way, because if he's beat her up before, or he's gotten into any type of altercation, physical altercation with someone, there's the possibility that this guy has a loose cannon. And there's criminal records indicating that he's had several run-ins with the law. But back to some of the comments that I read, and I'm just going to read a couple of them because they're really pretty ridiculous and pretty annoying. I want to just I'm not going to call out the names of the people who commented, but just highlight some of the dumb fucking comments that people were making. So the first comment that I see here, this person says, sounds to me as if Adrian Peterson was completely disconnected from this woman and his deceased child. I can read in between these lines 100 yards away from a touchdown. Ha. These athletes have different babies with different women. It gets reckless and at times complicated. We don't know this situation as far as with Adrian Peterson and Ashley Duhan, the mother of the child. It's possible that it was a fling. Maybe there was no intention to have a relationship. In this day and age, people tend to fucking forget that motherfuckers have sex without having any type of string attached. And unprotected sex, people have that. It is careless, and unfortunately, the result of it is a child born out of wedlock. Not to say that you have to be married, because that's a biblical way of thinking for a lot of people, but a lot of motherfuckers are born out of wedlock, and that doesn't make them any less a person. But it just so happened that with this, people are over critiquing this simply because he's a $1 million athlete, and then you have some woman who's making minimum wage, like myself as an example. So she doesn't have a name for herself, and all of a sudden you have a child in the mix, and this child is now dead. Another comment that I see here, Adrian Peterson needs to be accountable. After all, it's his child that is dead. Yes, it is his child. But once again, how the fuck should he be responsible if she's in South Dakota and he's in Minnesota and he's got his career going as a football player? He is married, has a child with his wife, and he's doing his own thing. Maybe it was an amicable decision between him and Ms. Doan to not have any other relationship with the exception of him financially supporting his child. So who the fuck is to judge Adrian Peterson for being accountable simply because he may have had a one-night stand with a woman and just so happened to get her pregnant? This shit happens all the time. Dumb fucking comment. Another comment. He didn't even care enough about his child to marry the woman. Of course, the mother's value system is equal to the football players. Once again, for Adrian Peterson to not marry doesn't mean that the child is less of a person. People get married all the time. A lot of these fucking hypocrites, they don't take into consideration. You can look at shows, and I've pinpointed shows like MTV's 16 and Pregnant. It's not improbable for a 16-year-old to just run off and get married. Like I said, it's against the law more than likely in most states, if not all. But for someone to get married just because of having a child, that's almost as bad as someone not really giving a shit about each other, but getting married just for the sake of the convenience of having two incomes under one household. This shit doesn't make any sense. So I don't know what this person is thinking, but they're a fucking idiot. This same person also commented, I find it shameful that this man fathered a child, then abandoned said child, then plays ball, and will play on Sunday. This man needs to be locked up right with the boyfriend and the mother of the child. How fucking stupid can you be? Once again, it all goes back to he doesn't need to marry someone. There's people, whether they're white, black, Asian, Hispanic, Middle Eastern, they're having kids out of wedlock. And there's no problem with that. It might mean more responsibility for one parent who might be keeping the child while the other one's not in the picture. But you also have to consider that we have celebrities, Kanye West and Kim Kardashian, they're not married and they have a child. So people are critiquing them because Kanye can be an asshole, Kim can be a hoe, but no one is really overjudging them as far as how they are as parents. So why should they judge Adrian Peterson? And once again, why the fuck should he be locked up when he's hundreds of miles away in Minnesota getting ready to play football, and the mother who chose this man, Joseph Patterson, who has a criminal background, why should Adrian Peterson be accountable for her decisions when they're not together? So motherfuckers don't think about this, but they want to get online and make a complete asshole of themselves. Another comment from this person, he let someone kill a child he brought into this world and abandoned. Does he want a monument or a medal? Do you want a medal for Idiot of the fucking Year? That's what it sounds like. He has no responsibility over what Miss Doan is doing. That sounds what I like, but Miss Doan, she has her own thing going 100 miles away from Adrian Peterson, and he can't tell her what to do or who to see and not to see. He fathered the child, yes. Men do this shit all the time. Get over it. And then this last comment, which really, really not necessarily touched the nerve, it really made a lot of sense, but it says, if you read this story, he was taking care of his responsibility, such as taking care of his responsibilities. He was taking care of sending the child money, making sure that the child is cared for. If you get a chance to take a look at pictures with Adrian and his son at the Vikings facility, no one can speak on how someone's relation is, good or bad, so don't go mixing in a total segment because they are athletes. That's very true. Judging Adrian Peterson simply because he chooses to suit up and play football on Sunday when his child is dead, that makes him no different than Brett Favre, who played football and had a career night the day after his father died. Torrey Smith from the Baltimore Ravens, his brother was killed and he went on to play and had a heck of a game. Athletes lose family members and close relatives and friends all the time, and they choose to suit up and they grieve in their own time. We, as people who read the news, we understand this has happened. We don't know the full story. But to sit there and judge Adrian Peterson for something that his baby's mama did miles and miles away, that makes people just look fucking stupid. And it's amazing that there's not a law for trolling as ignorantly as some of these people do. But once again, freedom of speech, people take that to a whole different level. And there should be a law that suppresses people from having the freedom of ignorance. Because a lot of people will be in jail for making stupid posts on social sites such as Facebook and Twitter, posting on the forums such as CNN or USA Today. I mean, it's stupid shit like that. And you wonder why these people, they use a fucked up pseudonyms with no comment, with no pictures to show who they are, because they know if they go out in public after saying this dumb shit, they're probably going to get their ass kicked. And I would more than likely be one of those to do some of the ass kicking. I put my face to my videos. I put my name to my videos. I don't discriminate against anyone. And I'm not sitting there trying to fan the flame. But another comment as far as with this, especially that last one that I read, because keeping it real, most of the time when there's something that happens and it involves a black person, a motherfucker is always quick to say, where's the mother at? Or the father's not in the picture. Adrian Peterson is taking care of his financial responsibilities. He's a big name individual. There hasn't been an incident in his career in the NFL to where people could say that he's done something wrong, with the exception of that one incident that happened in Texas a couple years ago. And that was quickly brushed under the carpet. But for Adrian Peterson, he's a pretty stand-up guy by most people's standards. Whether you're on his team or you're playing against his team, people don't really have anything negative to say about them except the guys who play against him, and he's running all over them. But he's a stand-up guy that is the personification of professionalism when he puts the helmet on in the pads. He gets in there and he does his work. He doesn't complain that anyone is aware of. He does his business. And for people to judge him simply because they feel like he should have controlled his baby's mama, once again, that's a classic story of the jealous boyfriend who didn't want his girlfriend but didn't want anyone else to have her. That's not Adrian Peterson. This woman was living her own life and had her man, and her poor judgment because she was with a man who had a criminal background and she left the child with him. She's the one that's accountable just as much as Patterson for killing the child. Adrian Peterson had nothing to do with this, and he's handling his grief in his own way. But I just wanted to make this video because there's a lot of hypocrisy when it comes to stuff like this. And when I'm doing my videos, I pay attention to the comments, especially when it involves blacks or non-whites. Not to point out against whites, because like I said, my best friend is white. And he's not judgmental of anyone as long as they don't do stupid shit. And he's just as critical against white people as he is against anyone else. So ignorance is ignorance, regardless of color. And some of the comments that some of these people are making are just truly fucking ignorant. But once again, there's that double standard, because when people realize that Ashley Doan is white and Joseph Patterson is Asian, then there's a whole reality, because when they hear the names, especially Joseph Patterson, I'm pretty sure a lot of motherfuckers are quick to assume that because Adrian Peterson is black, that the mother's black, therefore her boyfriend is black. But when you go online and you see pictures of this motherfucker, you see that he's as Asian can be. Whether he's Filipino, Korean, Japanese, Chinese, he is Asian. But people are quick to make comments, and when they see how he looks, they want to trip up over their tongue trying to backtrack because of the racist agenda. So once again, I'm going to go ahead and just end this video because I'm pretty fucking agitated just thinking about it. But I'm also going to leave a link so that people who don't know what Ashley Doan or Joseph Patterson look like, I'm going to leave a link, which is from Google Images. That way you get a chance to see her, you get a chance to see him. But Adrian Peterson, if you don't know football, well, I don't know what fucking rock you were living under, but you can see a picture of him anywhere on the NFL. He's a stand-up guy, once again. People like him. He has nothing to do with the death of his child, but people want to blame him because they want to be fucking stupid. Anyway, if you like this video, I hope that you like, subscribe, and share. Peace.